So we're in minute 3 of our passive recovery. My heart rate has gone down to 100 beats per minute at this point, from 135 at the beginning of our active cool down. So just a little bit about my experience with what just happened. I definitely feel like I was pushed to my limit, and I feel like my threshold was, I felt it, that's for sure. I think that if I wanted to be able to complete the 5th interval in full, that I would have to decrease the workload interval from 7.2 miles per hour to maybe 6.9 or 7 miles per hour, because I don't think that I was going to be able to get through that. Some other considerations are that I was active this morning, so that might have some implications for this. So on that note, anaerobic threshold training is supposed to be very taxing and challenging on the body so that the systems begin to learn to adapt. So if I wanted to continue threshold training or above and below training, then this is probably a speed that I would continue to work at and see when I can maintain these intensities, get my heart rate up a little bit higher and maintain the speed, and then I would know that I'm beginning to get better and my threshold will be moving down that continuum. And Charisse also had some trainer observations as well.
Yeah, that's right. Ashley's max heart rate was 176, and that was in interval 4. And so when she began her interval 2, she had already hit her RPE of 15. And anaerobic threshold usually occurs between 14 and 15. So we stayed there at in that second workload and in the 3rd interval for the rest. And into the last workload, she was all through those. She was at 15 RPE, and but she still felt like she could continue. And interestingly enough, I think that she also, when she went into her last rest period, and that was the last interval that she could tolerate working at and running at, her RPE increased to a 16, even though her heart rate decreased from 176 to 164. Because obviously, I feel like she had hit her anaerobic threshold. She had decreased the workload, but she had felt that the intensity was still increasing. So that to me was a good indication that we were doing the right thing by terminating the test. And as per what Ashley was expressing before the test, or before the assessment, the training assessment, she was saying that she had done some light activity before, and she wasn't sure if she could really reach her max without that really sacrificing the integrity of the work, because she felt like she had already fatigued a little bit earlier today. And so I think that is a good reflection of how that correlates well with what she's saying on how she should maybe either decrease the amount of pre-activity that she does so to tolerate this type of training, or to reduce the max that she hits, the max speed that she would work at, so that she doesn't completely reach her. I mean, it's good to hit your threshold, but not to that. She was clearly red in the face and I wasn't sure if she should continue. So it's important that we use discretion to that maybe we should decrease it so that she can really clear the lactate properly. And this worked well. We terminated it. We didn't do the last workload, and after 3 minutes, her heart rate had gone down. And even now, she's at a heart rate 88 about 6 minutes after. So this to me was this would be a good training program to really help Ashley, who is actually an endurance runner to some degree. She does do extensive periods of running in and outdoors, and this would be good for her to improve her lactate clearance.
I agree. It was a good experience to have. So thank you, Charisse, for training me.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ken.